And this one is my stuffy creation, a mix of double cream and sugar and oil. This is if you just really want to gain weight, like, quick.
Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So something that we've talked about quite a bit on the channel is this thought of people promoting obesity, right? Where it's like, it's someone that's existing in a bigger body, and a lot of people will claim that that person is promoting obesity, while I've always felt that sometimes this term gets thrown around a little too liberally. I think it's very different if someone is just kind of existing in a bigger body, maybe even trying to be kind of confident, versus actually promoting it. The person that we're going to be talking about today, I would be surprised if they would even deny that what they are trying to do is promote obesity or promote weight gain. And so today we're going to be talking about the content creator Stuffy Bunny. Now, if you look at their YouTube page here, which it seems that this is where they've been posting at the most, or the longest at least, their most recent video is eating 4,000 calories of butter. And as you can see by this thumbnail, it's quite interesting. But if we scroll all the way down to her first uploads, the first uploads on this channel are very similar, right? Quick pancake stuffing 2 years ago, 1 kilogram of pasta stuffing. So this idea of this channel and what it's been about has been the same from the very conception of this channel. Stuffy Bunny is a creator from, I'm assuming, the UK, and if we look at their About Me in their Instagram or on their YouTube, it says, I make foodie style videos having big/exotic meals. I also make requested videos. Want to request a custom video or just buy me some snacks? And then they link their Instagram as well as their Patreon in their About Me section. This clip we're going to be talking about at first comes from actually a YouTube video, which we'll go over, but I feel like this little TikTok clip kind of shows you a little bit of what the content looks like, and I'm sure eagle-eyed viewers can tell what kind of content this is. We will get into that in a second, but let's go ahead and watch what the content kind of looks like.
Ayo, it's Stuffy. I have a whole table of pizza and drink, pineapple flavor. Let's start here. This is, I think, the most pizza I've done.
And so in most of her clips on like TikTok and stuff, she will kind of speed through it, but she actually ends up eating basically half of this pizza, at least in this YouTube video. And then what she ends up doing is in her in the bio or in the description of the video, she will link to a link in her bio, which ends up going to this. And then you have to click on this thing, which says all my links. And then when you click on that, you get to this, where there is a Patreon, something only for her fans, her TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And you're able to watch the second half of the video through one of those links, having to pay for it. So now, obviously, if we're watching these videos, I think that you can basically come to terms with what these videos are, right? It is something that rhymes with greeterism. We're not really able to use the term because I will get demonetized, but it's clear that that's what these videos are, and the people that are enjoying these videos, that's the kind of content that they are looking for. There's really no hiding that. It's a very obvious part of these videos. And I've always said, like, when it comes to mukbangs and when it comes to those types of videos, I think that there's a fine line that YouTube has to kind of toe when it comes to who's able to, quote unquote, do mukbangs before it's, you know, now they have to demonetize it. And I know there's a big thing with, you know, Amberlynn, and she had some of her videos get taken down or demonetized, or I forget exactly what happened. And, you know, there was a lot of people saying that, you know, there was other things that she said in that video, that's why it got demonetized. And I've always said that it's definitely difficult for YouTube to, you know, decide that, oh, you are of a certain weight and therefore you can't do mukbang videos. I understand that. But when we get to this point where it is someone that the only reason they are doing this video, there's not that much talking. It's just straight up eating. There's no story that's really being told. And then, you know, you go to the description of the video and it's very thinly veiled that they are trying to get you to another site where they are charging you for explicit materials and explicit things. I feel like YouTube making a stand against that would make a lot of sense to me in the very least. And I want to make it clear, like for me, I don't think that someone making videos about them intentionally gaining weight in and of itself is something that shouldn't be allowed on YouTube or is nefarious or negative in any way. I think that there are plenty of people that could make genuinely positive videos about them trying to, better their health, and gaining weight is part of that process. But it's clear that the way that the weight is being gained, because she has gained a significant amount of weight. Again, if we go down to their, first videos, like this is what she's looking like right now, right? She's obviously gained a significant amount of weight from the very beginning of her channel, which if we go down to the first videos that she uploaded, she was obviously a lot smaller, right? And so she has gained a significant amount of weight in a short amount of time. And I feel like that is something that should be regulated on the website. The same way that I feel about, gaining weight in a quote unquote unhealthy way, and that maybe not being something that should exist on the site, I feel the same way for promoting weight loss in really unhealthy ways, right? Like making content where the person is severely under eating or, maybe not eating for an extended period of time and really glorifying that. I personally have a problem with that. I know that people are going to have their own opinions on that, but I think that existing as well, or, someone really glorifying being very, very underweight and trying to continue down that path, well, I think that that's dangerous as well and shouldn't really exist on the site either, right? And so it's not just the fact that this person is quote unquote gaining weight and that's a problem. It's the way that they are doing it and how they are glorifying it, and they're doing it in such an unbelievably unhealthy way. And on top of that, they are linking to other websites where they are trying to profit off of this in a not wholesome way that I think is a problem. When it comes to the internet, it's clear that attention is the biggest form of currency. The more attention you can get, the more money you can make off of that attention. And I don't necessarily think that that's always a bad thing. I think there are plenty of people that have been able to get attention and do that for good things. But there are also people that any attention that they can find, they almost like crave it, right? I think that you become addicted to that, and that can be incredibly dangerous. And I think that that's what we're seeing here, right? Like she's in this clip that we're watching, she is just eating 2 humongous blocks of cheese so she can post it on her different social media platforms to hopefully get people to go to those other sites and pay money to see these things. In this video here, this TikTok, I think it really all comes to a head to where it's not just like, oh, I'm doing this myself. It's let me give advice to help others gain weight, which in and of itself is not a bad thing. But clearly in the content that we have seen that she has been making, her intention is not pure, right? She is not trying to just help people gain weight because they need to gain weight. There's a very dark undertone to it, right? But let's go ahead and watch this video where she is giving people advice on how to gain weight with these shakes.
I've made 3 weight gain shakes. One of them is healthy, one of them is bulking for the gym, and one of them is my own stuffy creation.
The stuffy creation one, y'all, just stick around, okay?
So this one is for more if you're trying to gain healthy weight. So it contains bananas, oats, it contains a little bit of milk.
I think that that's actually a pretty good shake. Maybe put some protein powder in there. Yeah, gaining weight can be difficult. I know some of you guys might hear that and be like, that's ridiculous. But if you're someone that struggles to gain weight, it can feel hard to gain weight. So, weight gain shakes are a pretty normal thing, right? It's something that people do to try and get more calories in without feeling sick to their stomach because they're eating so much food, right?
And I'd say it's probably for if you want to gain weight healthily, if you're maybe a little bit underweight and you just want to get to a healthy weight, this one's good for you. This one is protein, so I've got all bulking powder in it. So it's got protein powder. I've also put...
That is a lot of protein powder.
some milk and yogurt. And this one is my stuffy creation, a mix of double cream and sugar and oil. This is if you just really want to gain weight, like, quick.
So, let's go ahead and let's rewatch that part
is
here.
my stuffy creation. A mix of double cream and sugar and oil. This is if you just
Double cream, sugar, and oil is what this person is drinking in this video, which, you know, you could go and watch on their Patreon. There's really not much to say to that. I think it's clear that that is not someone that is just trying to gain weight because they're underweight, right? And trying to give people advice and, you know, this is how you do it. I don't know. It just feels a little strange to me. I've always pretty much said that I don't think that all mukbangs should be, you know, banned off of YouTube and they shouldn't be allowed. But content like this that is obviously very clearly greederism coded, I don't think helps the plight of people that are doing mukbangs that aren't trying to make content like this. And I feel like a lot of people end up seeing stuff like this and they just assume that that's what all mukbang content is, which I just don't think that it is. But I'm genuinely curious what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Is this something you would watch? Would you enjoy watching this type of content? You know, what do you think YouTube should do? What do you think that they can do? And you know, what do you think about like the future of the site and what they can do about this? Please let me know down in the comment section down below. If you made it to the end of the video, dropping a like really helps, as well as subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. But thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Peace.